In a startling development, the United States has reported that nearly 8,000 North Korean troops are stationed near the Ukrainian border, with a potential deployment into the war against Ukraine imminent. According to U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken, the presence of these troops, part of a larger contingent of around 10,000 North Korean soldiers in Russia, signals a significant escalation in foreign involvement in the Ukraine conflict. The North Korean soldiers have been undergoing training in various military operations, including artillery, unmanned aerial vehicles, and trench-clearing tactics, to prepare them for frontline action. This marks the first anticipated large-scale deployment of foreign troops into the Ukraine conflict, a land war that has not seen an external military presence of this scale since Russia's full-scale invasion in early 2022. Blinken emphasized the geopolitical implications of North Korea's involvement, describing Russia's reliance on these troops as a clear sign of weakness. Faced with high casualties among Russian forces, President Vladimir Putin appears to be seeking alternatives, using North Korean forces to shoulder some of the combat burden. Blinken expressed concerns that North Korea's participation could further destabilize East Asia, as the alliance between Russia and North Korea grows more complex. He also highlighted the recent engagement between the U.S. and Chinese diplomats, where the U.S. urged China to use its influence to temper North Korea's involvement. China, while maintaining a strategic alliance with Russia and North Korea, may find itself caught between supporting allies and risking greater instability in the region. The latest developments come amid heightened military activities from North Korea, including a recent test launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile with a record flight time, suggesting potential advancements in North Korea's missile capabilities. As speculation grows about a potential exchange of military or technological support between Russia and North Korea, concerns mount regarding the nature of this alliance. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky voiced his concern, warning that North Korean forces could engage in combat within days. He suggested that Putin's motive is to test the response of Western nations and South Korea before expanding the deployment. If North Korean troops indeed take on a combat role, they would become legitimate military targets under international law, according to U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. The response from the West remains pivotal. South Korea, a close ally of the United States, has condemned the deployment in strong terms, calling for an immediate withdrawal of North Korean soldiers from Russia. Meanwhile, the U.S. continues to warn that any North Korean involvement in combat would lead to serious repercussions, potentially drawing broader international involvement into an already protracted conflict. The Pentagon has declared that if North Korean forces engage in combat against Ukraine, they are likely to face high casualties, intensifying the risks of escalation and reinforcing the critical need for strategic responses. With the presence of North Korean troops near Ukraine's borders, the war risks becoming an even broader and more unpredictable conflict. As US and NATO allies evaluate the unfolding situation, diplomatic and military strategies will play an essential role in shaping the next phases of both the Ukraine war and regional security dynamics across East Asia.